Hi, I'm Allie Hamilton at yogisanonymous.com, and this is a sequence for right after your run. So really important to strengthen, but of course we also want to stretch. Okay, so right when you're done, when you're still nice and warm, you're going to come into a wide straddle, separate your feet so that if you open up the arm shoulders height, the ankles are underneath the wrists. And then point the toes in just slightly, okay, and fold forward. And so depending on how much you're feeling the hamstrings, you can bend the knees as much as you need to. You can have your hands on the floor here for support. You really want to let the spine totally descend, let your head hang, let your neck release. And then try to rock the weight toward the balls of your feet. So it could be that you find the weight settling in the heels. See if you can shift forward a little bit. And breathe deeply. And we're going to crawl over to each leg. So head over to your left leg, okay, and take your right hand to the outer left ankle, and then take your left forearm behind your left calf. Now, chances are the right hip is going to want to shift over with you. Try not to let that happen. Keep the pelvis pretty level here, and just draw your torso toward your leg, pulling the right elbow back toward the space right in between your feet, right in the middle there. And you should hopefully get a nice side stretch this way. And you might also feel the QL, of course, your left hamstring. And just breathe into that. And we're going to head over to the other leg. So taking your left hand to the outside of your right ankle. And as you see, like the left hip wants to shift over, try to keep the left hip where it was. And then take your right forearm behind your right calf and draw the torso in. And breathe in and breathe out. And work with the idea of pulling your elbow back, that left elbow back toward the space between your feet. And then you're going to take your right toes, point the right toes forward, spin up to the ball of your back foot so you're in a runner's lunge. The right knee and ankle are in line. To whatever degree feels right, sink your hips toward the floor. So you're going to feel the left hip flexor. It's a big one for runners, the left quad. And your psoas, just getting into that deep muscle group there and breathing. And take an inhale. When you exhale, slowly, gently, straighten the right leg, shift the hips back a little bit, lift the ball of your right foot off the floor, and at the same time, sink your left heel toward the floor. So you're targeting the right hamstring and the left calf muscle, ankle, Achilles tendon. And you can inhale to lengthen your spine and exhale to fold in. And then rebend the right leg, and this time release the back knee. Make sure the right knee and ankle are in line. Clasp your hands behind your back. Open it up across the chest. You want, strength in the body. You also want freedom. You want to feel good when you're moving around in the world. And take an inhale. When you exhale, bring the hands down, going a little deeper into the hamstring now, straightening the right leg, flexing the right foot. Inhaling, lengthen the spine. Exhaling, fold. Try to keep your left hip right over your knee. And then we're gonna rebend the right leg and bring both arms to the inside of that leg. And you can toe heel your right foot to the right. And this might be plenty. You can stay right here. If you're comfortable, you can bring your forearms to the floor. If you're working with knee issues, keep the sole of your right foot flat with the toes pointing forward. If you're not, you can point the right toes to the right and roll to the pinky toe edge of your foot. Flex the foot if you're doing that. You can take the right hand to the inner right quad and gently press the leg away from you. That's if you're feeling open, in the hips. You're not forcing anything. There's no strain. There's no pain. If you're still feeling comfortable, you have the option of bending the back leg, reaching back with your right hand for your left foot or ankle, and drawing the heel toward the outer hip, which is going to be a deep quad release on the left side. You can also flip the grip of your hand and draw the heel away from you, and you'll get more into the hip flexor, the psoas. So whatever you feel in need of, or maybe you want to play with both of those things. Keep breathing deeply. Release the back leg if you've got it. And then get back on the sole of your right foot. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, spin the back foot flat. Pivot in with your right foot. We're heading over to the left. So point your left toes forward. You're in a runner's lunge on the left side. You're on the ball of your right foot. You can be up on your fingertips to whatever degree feels right. Sink the hips toward the floor. Just go nice and easy. Keep breathing deeply. Running is so wonderful for your cardiovascular system and so strengthening for all of these muscles, being able to stand on your feet and feel like your legs are strong and they can take you from point A to point B. Then exhaling, nice and easy, just shift back, lift the ball of your left foot and sink the right heel toward the floor. But I have so many runners who come to class inhaling, lengthen the heart forward and exhaling, fold, and they just feel tight. And so if you can incorporate just some nice stretching right after your run, you'll avoid that. You really will. I know that sometimes all you want is the cold shower. I totally get it. But just if you can take a few minutes before you get in that shower, it's the difference between, feeling that freedom in your body when you're not running, or not so much, or feeling like agony when you bend down to tie your shoes. You don't want to feel that. Good, so rebend the left leg, release the back knee, left knee and ankle are in line. Clasp the hands behind your back. Open it up across the chest here. Take an inhale. When you exhale, bring the hands down. Slowly, gently press the left leg straight or straightish. You might need to bend the left knee a little bit. Flex the foot. Inhaling, lengthen the spine. Exhaling, fold over the leg. Keep your right hip right above the right knee. And then rebend the left leg and bring both arms to the inside of the leg. And you can stay on the sole of the left foot. You can be right here. For some people, it might be approachable to get low. If you're not working with knee issues, you can point the left toes to the left and roll to the pinky toe edge, flexing the foot. You can take the left hand to the inner quad and press the leg away from you. You can bend the back leg, drawing the heel toward the outer hip, getting into the right quad that way, or extending the heel away from you, wrapping the left chest open. Release the back leg if you've got it. And get back on the sole of your left foot if you aren't. Tuck the back toes, and you can step the feet together and have a seat. So if you can start to incorporate those stretches right after you run, again, I think you're gonna feel so much better. Thank you so much for opening things up with me. Wishing you happy running. Namaste.